Good morning, everyone. This is Gail Dudley with your news in motion. Today is Tuesday, May the 4th, 2021. Again, today is Tuesday, May the 4th, 2021. Who's in the room with me this morning? Come on in the room this morning. Come on in the room this morning. It's so glad to see all of you this morning. I see you, Rosanna Bivens. Good morning to you. I see you coming in. Who else is in here this morning? Let me know who's coming in the room. Good morning, Deborah Johnson. Good morning to you. Good morning, Jeffrey Allen James. Good morning. Good morning to all of you. It is so exciting, happy to see you this morning. It's showing that my signal is low, and I don't know if it's the weather or not. So hopefully we'll be okay with the signal. Good morning, Stephanie. Good morning, Adrienne. Good morning. So it's showing that we have a little bit of wonky signal. So hopefully we will remain on the air. If not, know that it is due to the weather this morning. So good morning to everyone. It is Tuesday morning. It's so good to see you. Good morning, Donita. Good morning, Kenny Stanley. Good morning to you. Good morning, Kelly Stanley. Good morning, Donita. Good morning, John Gore. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Diane Ladybug. Good morning to you. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Good morning, Marion Jackson. Good morning to you. Again, it's showing that the signal is a little wonky this morning, so hopefully it'll stay on the air. I think it has a lot to do with the weather, and we'll see what's going to happen. Good morning, Lori Williams Wallace. As y'all can see, we got everything situated, so I was able to change the seating, change the camera, get everything moving. Good morning, Sardinia. Good morning. All right, I want to get started differently today. Good morning, Kim Kills. I see you coming in here. Before I go to the intro, I want you to consider this question today. And the question today is, y'all ready for this question? The question today is, what is God speaking to you in this season? Again, the question today is, what is God speaking to you in this season? That's how I want to start the broadcast today before I go into the intro, which I'll go there in a moment. But what is God speaking specifically to you today in this season? What is he speaking to you? What do you hear God speaking to you today? What do you hear God speaking to you today? As you all know, that's happening Tuesday. And there's a lot that is happening. On yesterday, I was like, the weekend news was slow, but it's no longer slow. It is picking up steam faster than we could ever think or imagine. It is picking up steam. So again, the question, then I'll go off to the video, the intro. The question is, what is God speaking to you specifically today? All right, as you're thinking of that and writing it out, let's go ahead and get started. And we are back. I see some of your responses coming in. Good morning to Pastor Nick. Good morning to Regina. Good morning to Marion. Good morning, Pastor Alex. Good morning to my biological brother, Louis Pryor III. So Diane Ladybug is saying, God is speaking to me. Separate yourself and get to know you. Wow. I like that. Marion Jackson put the question back up. And I thank you so much, Marion, for capturing that, to keeping it in the thread for people to see. Marion's also saying God is speaking peace and the storm is temporary. I like that. Lori is saying a lot, transparent moment. Sometimes it's hard to stay on task. I feel you on that. Adrian is saying, God is telling me to stay focused, what he has put in motion. I like that. Kim Kills is saying to speak my truth without fear. Absolutely. John Gore is saying same things you can't change. Stop trying. Good morning, Kelly Lee. Pastor Ned is saying to make me your priority, my priority. Kenny Stanley is saying there is hope. I like these, y'all. Pastor Alex is saying God is telling me to continue to trust him. Yeah, y'all, there's a lot that's going on. That's why I wanted to start with that today. Mine would be to be still and to know that he is God. Just to be still. I hear God saying, be still, be still, be still, be still, be still. And that's why I wanted to start off today by asking that question. Because, y'all, the news cycle is enough to just make us say, what is going on? God is saying there's going to be a shift. Praise the name of Jesus for that. So, yeah, we have President Joe Biden. He reversed his decision yesterday. He reversed his decision. And he's allowing as many as 62,500 refugees to enter the United States. At first, he was stuck on the 15,000 that the previous occupant put into motion. But he's changing that. He's changing that. He is saying, nope, we need to do something a little bit different. And so he's upping that, and we appreciate that. Y'all, Twitter is on fire with Liz Cheney. Twitter is on fire with Liz Cheney. She won't back down from the previous occupant's rant. She said in a tweet yesterday, the 2020 presidential election was not stolen. Anyone who claims it was is spreading the big lie, turning their back on the rule of law and poisoning our democratic system. And then also that's happening. We have The Hill reporting that Oregon rep accused of allowing protesters into Capitol shared with has been served with misdemeanors. Representative Mike Neerman, Republican. I just want y'all to see these images this morning. This is what we have going on. And then we also have this, the Olympics. More than 6 Olympic torch staffers diagnosed with COVID-19. So we even have that going on. A lot going on, people, a lot. And then we have Clubhouse that's in trouble. Y'all, all of this is happening. All of it. So let me ask a question. What is God speaking? I'm back to that, y'all. What is God speaking to us? What is happening? I want to just, I'm doing this news differently because, y'all, it is so much. Good morning, Shelly. It is so much going on, y'all. What is happening? And this is all on the heels of Mother's Day. That is this weekend. So how can we even engage in this kind of video that y'all seen, but I'm going to share again here today with everything that's going on, including in the news, y'all, this is happening. Fist fights on the airplanes. Fort Lauderdale, Florida, going to Washington, D.C. They are saying, NBC News is reporting that Federal Aviation Administration is warning air travelers about what is described as a dramatic increase in unruly and dangerous behaviors of passengers. So now that COVID's on this, hopefully it's on its way out of here. It's not gone yet. I still can't travel because people are being unruly. What? What's happening? And then on top of that, y'all, we have, everyone's seen it, Bill and Melinda Gates, after 27 years, are splitting. What? Why? What was so difficult that you couldn't stick this out? And they say that they will continue to work together and shape and approve foundation strategies. Well, if you're going to continue to work together and continue to travel together, what's the split for? What is happening, y'all? All of this news is happening. This is happening right before our very eyes. This is what's happening, people. And I really want to talk. Yeah, there's a shift, Diane. Yes, there's a shift. Y'all, there's something happening. Yeah, there's something happening. Um, diagnosed with COVID. Who's diagnosed with COVID? You got to give me something on that one, girl. You just can't put that out there. I like what Regina is saying. God is saying, just to trust me, He's shifting me to a place of peace and clarity. Yes. We need to slow the roll and be still and pay attention. Good morning, Kim Edmondson. Good morning, Cherie. Mental health and issues. Y'all, there's so much. So we can't fly. Because well, we can, but you got to go on the plane now to be like, okay, who's going to do something? Who's going to have a fist fight over mask mandate? Which TSA is still saying that there's going to be a mask mandate. That is happening, y'all. This is the news. I mean, when I tell you this news one after another, and then we have in the classroom. In Jersey City, CBS is reporting that Latrice Jones was sharing this with me. Howard Zoltkin, a teacher at William Dickerson High School in Jersey City, is suspended after going on a profane tirade and calling George Floyd a criminal in a virtual classroom. Why? What were you teaching to say that? What was happening there? Y'all, this is so much. And that's happening Tuesday. And I can only put so much news in a short period of time. But all of these things are happening. Every last single one of them. The Olympics won't shut down because they're like, the show must go on. Well, really? But you keep having people test positive with COVID and they're becoming very sick. Then the whole video. So, and all they did was slapped him on the wrist, gave him a misdemeanor for letting in the protesters. Is that what we're doing? And we're literally watching a fight play out on Twitter between Liz Cheney and the former occupant. Yesterday I talked about, or the other day I talked about Trevor Noah and Senator Ted Cruz. It's like it won't stop. It won't stop. All of this is happening. Yes, Latrice Jones, all of this is happening. And yet, that goes back to the question I asked you when I started the program today. What is God specifically speaking to you in this season? What is He speaking to you in this season? Y'all, because this is a lot of news. So we can't get bills passed because people are on Twitter defending themselves. And don't, let's not hate. Let me go back to Liz Cheney for a moment. This was her tweet. She took a stance that the 2020 presidential election was not stolen. Now, she's a Republican, y'all. Anyone who claims it was is spreading the big lie, turning their back on the rule of law and poisoning our democratic system. Y'all, this is really happening. And she's taking a stand. And what happens in response? She gets threatened. Then you have Mitt Romney doing a presentation, and the Trumpers, I'm gonna have to call them what they are, the Trumpers begin to boo him where he cannot even finish his speech. So the people that are on the panel are trying to get something to happen to calm down. I'm sure y'all have seen that. So they're trying to get things to calm down, and he's trying to deliver the truth, and they're booing him. So that's what they're going to do now. So if you don't like what's happening, you're going to boo me. Okay. I wonder if it's going to change any when people who are making $75,000 or less this year owe zero money in taxes. Did y'all see that? That's happening. Zero money in taxes. And then anyone from $75,000 to $100,000, I believe you are paying only 1.5% in taxes. So I wonder if the individuals who are in those income brackets, if they will begin to wake up and see what is happening here. I like what Cherie saying, create boundaries, be anxious for nothing, purge, be intentional. This is a shame. You're right. You're right. We are a country divided. We are absolutely a country divided. And then we can't even celebrate the 4 migrants who will be reuniting with their families today. So that is happening, y'all. This is great news. That is happening. This is great news. Can y'all tell I now have a stand and I don't have to hold the iPad and read the notes? It's so wonderful. I can now have a conversation with you without holding on to anything. My team, my hubby set me up, y'all. I'm so excited about that. I see you, Adrian. Adrian is saying they don't get paid to tweet. That's why 45 should have shut down his Twitter in 2017. And y'all now know that Facebook will decide today if he can come back to Facebook. If he can come back to Facebook. You're right. And the world is watching us. The world is watching us. Y'all, these are all, and I've given you several things. These are things that are happening. And yet, y'all, we are now up to 613 bills. 613 bills to suppress our votes. Up to 613 bills to suppress our vote. But I shouldn't gloat, but I love what's happening in Florida. Now, Governor DeSantis says he's still going to sign it, but there's a lot of Republicans are like, this bill may not be too good for Florida. Why is that? Because they have about 80% of mail-in ballots from their constituents. So they kind of like wrote a bill mad at Black and brown people, spreading the big lie that Liz Cheney is talking about, Representative Liz Cheney is talking about. But what's really happening is they're hurting their own people. They're hurting their own constituents. They're like, if we say no mail-in ballot, we're kind of messed up here. See, that's what happens when you're doing something in haste and you're doing something that's not right. It's going to come back on you. It's going to come back on you. So that's what's happening. So now they're like, well, will he sign it? He's saying he's still going to sign it. And, I'm sure they're probably going to look at some things and change some things. Who knows? But that's what's happening. They realize, wait a minute, the majority of my people mail in their ballot. Because they were even in Florida cutting early voting. They had gutted that. See, all eyes have been on Georgia. We're not paying attention to that Florida bill. That Florida bill was worse than Georgia. So much worse than Georgia. Yes, Kim Edmondson, 613. Yes, about to hang. Yep, they're about to hang themselves. Stop. Yeah, stop the big lie. Kenny Stanley saying, but there are those of us who say that our vote doesn't count. We have to put a stop to that narrative. We absolutely have to put a stop to that narrative. And that's where we individually come in to share our stories. Our stories are just as important, and we need to get those stories out. We need to get those stories out. And this is not a plug necessarily for News in Motion, but if you feel that you're getting content here, maybe if people aren't listening to you, maybe they will come and watch some of the replays, even from last year about voting. Because this is where we are, y'all. This is where we are. And it's time for us to say enough. But look what happened in Florida. That happened. That's happening, y'all. That's happening. They wrote a bill that's hurting themselves. See, when you have a one-track vision, one-track mind, and you are determined you're going to hurt other people, you better make sure it's not hurting you as well, because it could turn around and come back on you. Marion Jackson is saying everything the Republicans are doing to suppress the vote will hurt them in the end, because they're realizing there was a lot of people who mailed in ballots, dropped off ballots, picked up ballots, delivered them for elderly. And we're also talking about the number of older people, elderly people, homebound people who cannot get out to vote. So that's what's happening with that. That's what's happening with that. Yeah, I want to give again, and we did not get a good turnout for the tribute for Mother's Day. So I apologize for that. We really wanted to put that out there, but we did not get a good number to do a tribute. So we're not going to be able to do that. But thank you for those of you who sent in your video. Who knows, you may see it somewhere. We're not going to just let them waste away. But we do want to just say, start thinking about what you're going to do Mother's Day for that person that's like a mother, not necessarily your mom, but that person is like, and we realize that everyone, like some people who view this, their moms have passed on, and our heart goes out to you. So we want to be very intentional, not just to say moms, but even those who may be like a mother to you. So here's this video again, and I'm just keep showing it because the team did such a great job with this. So look at this. So it's not too soon to be thinking about what you're going to do. Do something different. Maybe do Elvis investment program. Again, wine subscription, flower subscription, grocery subscription, farmers market subscription, buy art for that person. Do something different. I received a beautiful care package yesterday in the mail from a friend of mine. Just had like some petals for the bath that I could sit in the bath and have flower petals all around they also are soap. Some chocolate, a loofah pad, just a book, just a small book on Maya Angelou, just things that are different that you can hold dear and just cherish forever and ever and ever. So be thinking about that. Don't wait till last moment. A meal is great. Cook a meal, do gift cards, but also figure out something different to do. There's so much out there that we can do this Mother's Day. So our coronavirus numbers, 33,229,714 are confirmed cases in the U.S. Again, I go to the World Health Organization, 33,229,714. I'm going to say that again, 33,229,714 deaths. Oh my gosh, these deaths. 591,515. Again, that's 591,515. Let's continue to pray for the families and loved ones of those who have those who died of COVID and who have passed on for other reasons as well. Cancer, heart attack, stroke, mental illness, breakdown, natural causes, whatever that may be. We want to just always lift up people and be considerate and thinking about others. Recovered 25,907,938. Again, 25,907,938. So we celebrate the recovery. Y'all, vaccines, they have slowed. The vaccinations have slowed. Everyone's talking about how they have slowed. And it is not likely that the U.S. will meet herd immunity. What? After all this we're doing, we're not going to meet herd immunity? No, because we have people who are saying they're not going to get vaccinated. We have people who still don't want to wear masks. We have people who don't want to follow rules. I don't know what we're going to do. That's why they're having fist fights on the airplane. Hello, somebody. Let's get it together, people. We have work to do. But they don't believe we're going to meet herd immunity. They don't believe it's going to happen. And that is so sad. That is so sad. Demia just said, I had no idea Mother's Day was this weekend. Yes, Demia, it's this weekend. John just said, word. Who's that? Diane Ladybug said, hey, everyone, please be sure to share news. Oh, thank you, Diane Ladybug. A great gift is time to call. Take time to call, text, or visit someone. That's right. That's right. Yes, that's right, Shardinia. Tell Demia it is May the 9th. It is May the 9th. Y'all, it is so fun. Demia, I see why you didn't have that iPad and you have that thing in front of you and not in your hands. This is so freeing with this new setup. So y'all can now see my hands doing all kinds of stuff. But listen, y'all, vaccines have slowed and we're not going to meet herd immunity. Come on, y'all. Seriously, come on. We got to do something. And people are fighting on airplanes because of masks. People are even fighting out on the street because of masks. They were just talking about, and again, y'all, cdc.gov is a great website to look at to get the facts and the truth. Also, y'all, read articles on what's happening. What's happening? This is crazy. This is crazy, but y'all, Pfizer has applied for an emergency use authorization for the coronavirus vaccine for teens and children aged 12 to 15. Y'all, this can happen by the end of this week, if not this end of this week, next week. Hello, somebody. That's exciting. That is exciting. Brookline will keep outdoor mask mandate in place. WBZ CBS Boston is reporting, and this is a direct quote, our face covering requirements have served as a protective layer that limits the possibility of spreading COVID-19, and we are reluctant to relax it at this time without further public input and review by our Health Advisory Council. Thank you. Thank you. More need to follow that, because I've seen people all over the place not wearing masks. I'm like, what is going on? Put your mask on. They're like, no, willy-nilly, they just having fun. It's like, whatever. Okay, I told y'all about Clubhouse. Let me give y'all more information. I gave you the rundown real quick on Clubhouse. Let me give you more information on Clubhouse on what's happening. What's happening on Clubhouse is that new data suggests that after a sharp spike in downloads this past February of 9.6 million to be exact, the peak may already be over. Facebook, Telegram, and Instagram have developed their own Clubhouse alternatives. Twitter just launched Spaces, which is its own platform, its own audio platform. So Clubhouse are looking at, they're like, they don't think it's going to survive, because now these main social media platforms, if you will, are saying, we're just going to do it ourselves. We're going to do it and bring everybody back. She says, Gail, my body is back on track. I'm glad you got up, girl. Get on up, girl. Kelly Stanley said people will die unnecessarily because they won't get the COVID shot. Oregon put their restriction back in place due to the rise in COVID. Yes, it's rising. Yeah, it's rising again. It's rising again. Latrice says, listen, I was not feeling Clubhouse in the first place. I couldn't do it. I tried several times. I just could not get, I didn't get the concept. And if I don't get the concept, just like I never got the Snapchat chat concept, and I was really trying hard because Michelle Obama was on Snapchat, but I could never get it. So I had to go, whatever. I am on Pinterest, but I don't get Pinterest either. I just go and look at some pictures and some recipes and look at the wine mimosa stuff, and I keep it going. So that's that. Y'all, Asian American business leaders launched a $250 million fund to fight anti-Asian discrimination. Let me read that again. This is amazing. Asian American business leaders launched a $250 million fund to fight anti-Asian discrimination. Maybe I should read that one more time. Asian American business leaders. Let me do that part again. Asian American business leaders launched a $250 million fund to fight anti-Asian discrimination. When I saw that and I read that, it's a great article. You should check that out. And it's on so many platforms. I thought, have Black people launched, business leaders launched a fund of even $100 million to fight our own stuff? Hello, somebody. I'm being funny, but I'm also being very real. I'm being funny, but also being ready. You will mess around and spend a whole day on social media. Yep. Black people take note. That's where I'm going with it, Kim Edmondson, because they don't have our oppression. Okay, I hear that too. And then and Pastor Annette says no. Yes, you're right. They don't have our oppression. But at the same time, what are we doing? We just keep fighting. We still have Cornel West going after Barack Obama. Why? Talking about that President Joe Biden. I'm sure y'all have seen that by now. That was weekend news. That President Joe Biden has the courage to do what Barack Obama did not. Are we still on this dude? That chapter is over. So if we continue to do things like that, okay, I'm speaking to the choir now. Yes, you're right. Their racism is not like our racism. I don't disagree with that. My call is let's do something. It's structural. Let's do something collectively as a people to say, what are we doing? What are we doing? Again, I'm going back to Cornell West. What was your purpose and point behind that? We just want to keep hurting each other. We just want to keep hurting each other, and we can't. All right, y'all, for the win today, for the win, and I'm almost out of here. For the win, y'all. I don't know if y'all saw this. This happened yesterday. A man, and he wants to remain anonymous, a man jumped into 5 feet of water from a 25-foot jump to save a baby that was ejected from a car after a car accident somewhere right outside of Ocean City, Maryland, somewhere around the DC line, Ocean City, Maryland. Now, the baby is expected to make full recovery thanks to the humble hero. They call him a humble hero who jumped into the water to save the child. And I thought about that. I said, man. And when I was thinking about the bridge they were showing in the water below, I said, that can't be deep water. So 5 feet. 5 feet. God was with him because something should have broken in his body to jump from a 25-foot jump into 5 feet of water. See, guys, like, he's going to save a child of mine, so let me save him too. Hello, somebody. That takes me to the inspirational message today. And the inspirational message today is know when to walk. Know when to walk away. Jamia says she still has a crush on Cornell West, but he's wrong. So glad to have you back, Jamia. John Gore said it is exhausting to battle people about getting the vaccination shot. They are being stubborn to the realization if they don't, but still sharing knowledge as to why you need to. Yeah, that's good right there. The anti-lynching bill. Man, y'all on fire today. I read the article. He's a hero. Yeah, the man who saved the baby. Yep. So let me knock out this inspirational message, y'all. Yeah, I like that, Pastor Alex. Only God, Oscar, excuse me, only God. So y'all, the inspirational message today: know when to walk. Know when to walk, know when to let go. Yesterday, I shared with y'all that quote from T.D. Jakes. That quote is still speaking to me when he says, it's all about how you talk to yourself. And then I told y'all that then my computer just went haywire and I lost the whole feed. I lost the whole backstage, everything. I lost everything. And what I heard God say to me is that your thoughts become. Well, today I want to talk about know when to walk away, know when to let go, know when to walk. So often we hold on to things and we're like, why am I holding on to this? Why am I still trying to massage this relationship? Why am I still trying to prove myself? Why am I still looking for validation? Why am I looking to God to be vindicated? And we try to work it and force it and make it work and make it click and make it connect. And it's not happening. It's not connecting. It's not clicking. It's not going. And we're asking ourselves, what is it? What did I do? Where did I go wrong? And then sometimes we find ourselves sick. We may lay in the bed at night trying to rest, but we're really not resting because our body is shaking, because we're still trying to process. Our mind won't slow down. We're still trying to process what's going on. Where did it come from and why is it happening? And God is saying, why are you wasting your time on all of that stuff? There are some people I'm purposely getting rid of from your life. Why do you want to keep holding on to them? Even in business relationships, some of us, y'all, we go beyond the call of duty trying to please a business person. That person just don't like you. The contract just didn't work. The coaching sessions just didn't happen. And we're still trying to make it work. We're still trying to get them to praise us and get them to like us. Y'all, hello, somebody, I've been there too. It's like, what did I do wrong? How could I have done this differently? And God's like, why are you still processing it? Why are you still working? I'm going to need you to let that go. Let that go. There's some people, it's like oil and water. We just won't work together. And we need to know when to walk away. But there's something deeper in this I want to share today. And I promise you I'm out of here. I promise you I won't stay here but a moment. But there's something deeper here. It has to come back to you. It has to come back to me. It has to come back to us individually, where we need to get to the root cause of, why do I care? If I've done everything, if I've been righteous, if I follow and my walk is aligned with the Lord Jesus Christ, and I've done everything I'm supposed to do, why am I still wrestling with this? Could it be that on another level, we become people pleasers? That's the question. Go back to the question I asked in the beginning of this broadcast. What is God specifically speaking to you today? What is he saying to you? What is He instructing you to do? What have you ignored, knowing that if you would just do it, things will shift, things will change? I don't know what that is for you, but for me, I can hear God saying, I'm going to need you to pull back just a little bit. I'm going to need you to pull back just a little bit on your interaction, sometimes with your children. I'm going to need you to pull back just a little bit on trying to do way too much. You don't need to be doing all those things. I'm going to need you to pull back just a little bit on being so hard on yourself. I'm going to just need you to pull back. I'm going to need you to pull back. We got to know when to walk away. So let me be transparent here. The reason this can, and it's amazing how God will bring things full circle for you to see, for me to see things that are going on. Just full circle, God will bring them back. I have been working with a client for over a year, and I have done so much. I mean, I've actually started doing stuff that's not even a part of the contract. And now I realize she was starting to take advantage of my kindness, of my heart, of those things that I was doing. Now that I have begun to pull back, it's like she's on the attack. Now I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing everything that I promised. I'm not giving her what she needs. I'm making her an afterthought. She even said I was condescending. And I said, okay. The moment I stopped responding, the Lord started speaking to me. He said, if you would have just stopped responding 6 months ago, this could have been over. But you, my child, and I'm just being transparent, but you, my child, you kept wanting to have the last word. You kept wanting to prove yourself. You continue to want to help when I told you to leave it alone, to walk away. He said, because you chose not to walk away, it became messier. It became uglier. See? Know when to walk away, people. That's my story. I'm sure you have a story also. I'm sure you have a story also. I'm sure you have a story also. Y'all, as things begin to change, as God continues to speak, it is time for us to determine how far we're going to go. Are we going to be still and know that He is God? Are we going to know when to walk, even when we want to hold on? Are we going to let Him lead and guide us? Are we going to always want to stay in control of the driver's seat and then come back begging God to get us out of something or to help us when He gave us an exit a long time ago? Chew on that today. Y'all know what I say. Stay well. Y'all will keep y'all's mask on. Wash your hands, practice social distancing. And remember, y'all, make some moves. Not just any old kind of moves. Make some big moves. Start walking. Have a great day, everyone. I will see you tomorrow.